If we are to exist, why not make life worth living? Self-discovery, purpose pursuit, and the spice of life, all in one show, the echo of existence.
What's up, my people? Good day. My name is Fashion Creator. With me in the studio here is Upliftment. Okay, you guys are welcome to another edition of Echo of Existence. And and I want us to discuss on a topic that has been bothering me for some days now. As like we don't normally talk about this the life of a teenager growing up in the trenches, in the streets. And with me here is a guy that toured the trenches life and still came out. No, he's still working towards being perfect, but he's good. People out there do not know like the life of a teenager growing up in the streets, especially being the guest on a guy. Many challenges and many obstacles come up, but our parents do not look at life that way. They think that they have done their part in sending you to school, study, come back from school, but they don't know the afterlife after school. If I'm to put it like that, the afterlife after school, in the sense, you go to school 8 a.m. and come back, let me say 4 or 5. The remaining days, what you use it to do. So with me in the studio is a boy, a guy that's going to give us a nutshell about how he's as in how he passed through these stages. So, Mr. Placement, can you give us a little talk about your life?
Thank you, Mr. Fashion Creator.
Problem.
Hey guys over there. I am just a guy that grew up in the ghetto. And it has not been easy. If I'm honest with you, it's not been easy. The sweet life there, the unism, the unity, the grouping of people, both responsible and irresponsible people that group around to have fun, go to parties, drink all sorts of things, live their life with girls anyhow. Getting past through those things is not easy. Most of parents don't understand it because they all think that if you go to school by 7:30, because I go very early, 7 o'clock, I don't leave house. 7 o'clock, then come back by 4 or 5, then I will stay at home. And my mother happens to be a teacher. So I will not say that I'm being privileged, but I'm being privileged to have a mother like me, like my own. My mother is a teacher, so she gives us attention. She doesn't work overnight like those that are in the banks or those that go to marketplace. So living in the ghetto is not easy because during my childhood stage, I faced many things. I went through many temptations, stealing, you know, trying to follow bad friends to do some bad stuff, and then I ended up getting beaten up by my mother. I know it's funny. So please, my story has been very ugly. I can still remember vividly my experience when I was still little. I had this girl I crushed on. Yeah.
Crusher.
She was
Trenches love.
we were young that time. I was about 9, I've been at 10. So in the process of crushing on the girl, many friends came and advised me back to that kind, do some silly stuff to the girl, all those things. But every time I want to do it, I remember that I came from a home to principle. Even though I lived in the ghetto, I came from a home that breed good morals.
Yeah.
We have good norms in our homes. So when I remember my mom's principles and my family principles, because my grandfather always tells us that in our family we don't steal, we don't get lured to women like that, we don't lust after anybody. So that principle was there, even though that my friends influenced me, wanted to influence me actually. So I remember this. So after everything that happened, the mother of the girl died, and then they relocated from our streets actually.
And that really broke your heart.
That broke my heart, God, I tell you.
Hey!
That's why.
I was there.
But you see, in whenever what brings up somebody is one, the environment you grow in.
Environment.
Number two, the friends you have. because they say communication corrupts good manners.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
the friends I had that time gave me bad upbringing, but due to the principles that my mother inculcated inside of me when I was young, I couldn't just leave her principles like that because it would be a damn poor on her that she brought me up and then I left her track.
Yeah, yeah.
So please, if you're out there, never let your environment influence you. Even though the environment has over 80% of your life influence. Wherever you live, wherever you are around, it's how you behave like. If you behave, if you are in the ghetto, you behave like the ghetto.
Yes.
If you are in the town, you behave like town people.
Yes.
So don't let your environment, wherever you are, don't let your environment
Influence you.
influence you. It's very, 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 very crucial in your life. Number two, the friends that are around you, they are also part of your environment, but they have their major target is to you, not to everything around you. You have friends, you have environment. The friends belong to the
And
environment.
now I'm sorry to cut you short. Do you mean that there are friends that you meet
Yes.
that are for purpose? In the sense that now you growing up in the ghetto, meeting those friends, are they of good benefit to you or are they of bad influence to you? Do you get me? Are you
Yeah.
as in, are you getting from them in a positive way or are they destroying you? You get me? For instance, you might have this group of friends. Maybe your group of friends is, let me say, like they are 10 in number. Out of that 10, 5 is good. Let me say 7 is good, and the rest is not good. Now, how can you manage that kind of circle?
Okay. With this question right now, what I have to say that in my own life, with my life as an instance,
Yes.
I had a circle of friends, and many of them actually I don't have friends on street too, because of my mom. We are always mostly indoors. So my friends at school, especially because that was the group of friends that influenced me in my life. My schoolmate, my classmates. Most of the friends I have in my class are actually we have bad people and good people, and I stay closer to good people actually than bad people. But still, you know, my side,
You are eyeing the bad
my
side.
my side, the people that live by my side are bad
The
people,
bad people
and those that live good are mostly like Lime Town, maybe all this town place. Yeah. So whenever I'm going home, I go with the bad people, and they teach me all kind of stuff. Teach me almost see, almost anything. I mean, oh boy, that thing for my head. So when you have friends like that, you come to school, you mix with good people in class. When you're going home, you see bad, you mix with bad people. Home.
it was not balanced.
It was not balanced. So what you have to do in this situation is because it's what the Bible said, train up the child in the way
Where
he
you
should
should
go.
go.
So when he grows up, he will not depart from it. So it's number one, the first thing to be considered there is how your parents brought you up. If you are brought up in a good manner, actually like poles, a magnetic force, like poles repel. But in life, sometimes like poles attract. But maybe we may say that good attracts the bad. But actually, I don't actually believe it 100% because good attracts good. But whenever you're a good person, even though the bad things come to everybody in this life, rain must fall on the evil and the good. But still, for one way or the other, a good person always sees good things.
Yes,
So what I have to tell you is that if your parents raise you in a good way and you go to a circle of friends that are bad and good, you yourself within your consciousness, you will know that these people are good because everyone in this life has conscience.
conscience.
Your spirit in you tells you that these people are bad, these people are good. But due to the flesh is there, always craving for the patterns, all these kind of things. You know. So what you have to do is listen to yourself. Go to your house, sit down, ask yourself some questions. Bring out time like this, meditate. See what is see. You ask yourself this question: this life I'm living now, is it what I want to do?
Yes.
Because in this world now, nobody in this life does not live but even thinking what they want to do, no putting the bad and everything. So you yourself know what's bad. So sit yourself down and say, this path I'm going now, is it right for me or is it wrong for me? Then you're the one to make the decision. I will not make the decision for you, no, I'll not decide it for you. That's you. Thank you.
Mr. Policeman, I have this question for you.
Yes, so go on.
Parents locking up their kids at like you mentioned being indoors.
Yeah.
Parents locking up their kids inside. Is it a form of overprotection? Like yes, they think that yes, we are protecting this my daughter, this my son. Do you think it's a good stepping stone for parents to take in order to prevent their child
As me, I don't see her for, I don't see her like good thing, no be good thing at all.
Because
My
you know
experience.
why I ask you this.
No, sir.
Most of the spoiled kids that we have in the society today, check them. If it's not 100%, 70 of them are moved. Their parents were the reason they turned into a bad child. For instance, a child knows that this fire, if I touch it, it will hurt me. But the parents will not tell that child, this fire will hurt you. Rather than they will trying to distance that child from that thing.
Yeah, from the fire.
Now, any slight chance this child gets, he needs to go and experience that. Like just saying that teen's life, they like adventure.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I was not thinking that over protecting a child is it a good step
Okay.
in raising up a child? Like in raising up is it a good step?
No, 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 no. Like, from my own point of view, I would like to say that keeping the child indoors is not actually a good one. Because for instance, when I was small, I was always craving to see something for myself.
To explore.
Yeah, honestly. Because my mother is a teacher, so she's the kind of person that whenever she comes home, she will enter inside, mark notes, mark tests, write or scheme of works, all this kind of thing. And then tell us, yeah, go and do your chores. After doing your chores, come inside. So that kind of thing was making me to, when I see my fellow friends going around doing some things, I'll be like from the window, aspiring to be like them. So whenever I have chores, if my mother won't go market like this, boom, open door. Don't come outside though, you no go here. So you go just go outside small. Whenever you hear mommy is back, boom, you don't enter inside. So and that thing will actually expose you to many things. Maybe the life the children are living are not nice actually, but since that you are indoors, so you always want to, be like them. So that life, that's actually keeping children indoors and not actually protecting them actually like full 100%. It's protecting them 40% and leaving them open to danger
Danger.
60%.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I have another question for you.
Yes.
You know, in the schools now, one of the things that the trenches lifestyle lacks is education.
Yeah.
Now, you cannot bring let's do this calculation now. Bring a trenches child and an uptown child together. You see the difference there. Now, in our academics, in schools in the trenches, we lack quality education. Isn't that? There are things that you learnt in the street. Let me say that way. There are things you learnt in the street that the school will not teach you. One thing our parents, the mistakes they do that is so annoying is that you think that you are teaching this child, like taking this boy or this girl to school, like he's learning or she's learning everything that he or she needs to learn. I was surprised. I came across one little girl and I asked her, people used to learn sex education in school. It was not like, what is sex education? Only what you know is social studies.
Wow. Wow.
Now, when the school lacks to teach children these kinds of things, the parents are meant to teach them. Now, when the parents lacks this this teaching skill, and the street teaches that boy or that girl that, do you think it's a positive impact in the life of that boy or in the life of that girl, or do you think it's a negative part in the life of that girl?
It's actually a negative part of the child that learns in the street. The first what they taught us in school is that the first formal education you get is from your parents.
Parents, yes.
Formal education actually rather.
But I see that some parents like that it doesn't. You hardly see a parent sit down with his or her children. They discuss.
Yeah, many factors influence that.
Because when I was small, when I was small, I had this guy I was eyeing.
Wow. Just me.
I had this guy I was eyeing, and I cannot tell my mom, "See, mom, I like this guy."
Yeah.
I was hiding it. I remember after school, there is this after school in the street. There is this small circle that we normally keep.
Yeah.
And in that circle, you hardly discuss positive things. So when I told one of that's in our circle, When I opened up to them and told them that, hey, there is this guy in my class that I'm eyeing, they gave me lecture 101, and in which if I follow this lecture, by now I've not dropped like 5 or 6 children. No, because the kind lecture they gave to me, that,
I understand. I understand.
that lecture was so deep. But all thanks to God that like the only thing that can spoil a children love, let me say children love is once you get to a primary a nursery 3, going to primary 1, the guy will change school. So the guy changed school. He died.
Voila.
So if that's why I was asking you, can a child learn a good morals in the street?
Okay, according to the question you asked now, a child can learn good morals from the street. Actually, one, if the state environment is living in are filled with good brought up trenches kids. Because even in the streets there are good people there.
Okay, saying that we can find a trained and well trained child in trenches.
Yeah.
In trenches.
Yeah, you can
Wow.
find them.
Wow.
Actually, it's not only streets that trains people. There are people in the trenches there that also go to schools inside town. Like I have some friends now, they go to school in the town, but they live inside
Streets.
one
Yes.
more. So they learn from there, come here, and reserve themselves. Then anybody that comes close to them will tap from it. So you can also have good people inside trenches, depending on how the person is exposed, what the person is exposed to, and the parents. Parents most especially most importantly. If your father or your mother is inculcating good morals to you, 100% you must be good, even though you are going to a bad place. So does that answer your question?
Yes. Yeah. There's one thing I want to ask you again.
Continue.
When we are living in the streets, there is this bad scenario that maybe some parents, inside the street,
Yeah.
there are different, let me say, like classes of people you see there. Like when I was in school, I learned that we have first class citizenship, second class citizen. Now in the trenches, we have the first class, second class, third class, middle class. There is this name or this loop that follows the third class trenches children in the sense that once you want to go and meet, maybe you want to maybe for example, your parents are rich than my parents, you guys are living comfortable than me, and me and you is friends, or as we are friends,
Yeah.
and I want to come to your house. I'll be scared what your mom will say. Maybe if I want to come to your house, I'll first of all ask you if your mom dey. After your mom dey, if tell me say no, you no dey, I go come. Then we go dey play. Then I go dey peep when your mom dey come back. So that your mom no go see me and you. For no, they go turn am say na me dey corrupt you. In the sense that low key, but two of us are corrupting ourselves. That kind of scenario. Because that made us to know that for instance, I traveled one day and I went to Port Harcourt. So I met a woman. The woman asked me, "Where are you from?" I told the woman, I'm from Imo State. And she asked me, "Where do you stay now?" I told the woman, "I stay in Aba." She was like, "Eh? Aba? You stayed in Aba?" He mentioned Dumba Road. I told him, "Okay, I stay at Dumba Road." Wow, Aba. That kind of scenario. They have given Aba a bad name in the sense that once you hear this guy or this girl is from Aba, they will be looking at you in a way. So I want to know that, is that impression very good? I hear people say, I'm Mwaba. Yes, it's very good that you're from Aba, but there is this bad omen that is inside that name. You get me?
Yeah,
For instance,
yeah,
now, you go for it, you go for a job interview now. Maybe you want to work for as a sales girl, a sales boy, or one as a work boy or a work girl. Then the guy will ask you, where do you live? You say, I live at so place at Ngwa Road. You be like,
Mungo Road.
that kind expression.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is a way we can change it. You get me? That's the way we can change it, because that expression have destroyed a lot of friendship, relationship, business opportunities, a lot of many things. That expression have destroyed it. So please, if there is a way you can explain to people out there to know that, as in like, that is like, I don't know how to put it, but let them know that that name It's not like the person have spoiled already. You know, I don't know if you get me.
Yeah. So, hmm, what he says is just a nice question. You know, one thing with people is that in Aba especially, Aba has many capacity. Aba can give you good thing,
Also
can
give you
also
bad
give
thing.
you bad thing. If you check among musicians, many musicians that made it really in this Nigeria, one of them came from Aba. Businessmen, real businessmen that live there in inside Lagos, Abuja, anywhere in the world came from Aba.
Mention, but few.
But you know, one thing with Aba is that there's an impression that they have created in Aba because of the life we have lived. Many of us have lived in this Aba. You know, if you come here, courtism is even stupid courtism, so you don't even do it because of. So Aba is not a good impression actually because there are also good people in this Aba that we have not seen. That's why we are coming here to nurture, help you nurture your child because maybe this generation now is already spoiled. And we are not as the last generation, this generation, which I don't think so is the right generation. The many generations are still coming.
Yeah.
So, and this generation that are coming, if care is not taken, it will be worse than this. So we are here to educate many people here on how to know where they are existing and recreate some part of their life to help bring up new generations that are better. I know this one is getting, haywire. But still, we have hope. For Aba is coming big. We're coming with something big.
Yeah.
Just expect something
Expect
from
us.
Expect we're coming with something big in this Aba. This Aba must change. And this impression must change also. Thank you.
Now, I have another question for you. Some people, some people say that some talents, some potentials dies in the streets. How true is it? Like those.
Potentials dying in streets. Yeah. It's true actually. Some people's talents die inside the street because they were not bred up in a way to discover their talents. Because as I am now, if it's not that I went to I was in a good religious organization and I had a good informal education plus a good formal education that helped me discover some things. So I have men I follow, good men I follow. Another thing that will help you discover your talent in this life, or potential in this life, so that you will not die in the street without achieving your purpose is having people beside you, like having backbones. Having one being this have backbones, vertebrae. It helps you strengthen up. Find men, people that are greater than you, and submit to them.
Yeah.
Submit to them. That's how to find the purpose. So back to the question of if potential is not in street. Yeah, potential is not in street. But many people fail to fulfill their purposes. Many people out there that most of them are mad, most of them are jobless, homeless. All of them have purposes. Because someone in this life came without purpose. But the reason why the process are dying is because number one, their upbringing was bad. And they themselves didn't actually notice that their upbringing were bad. Because there are some people I know that came from bad homes, but they are successful today. It's because of they found out that they were brought up badly. So they reshaped themselves by themselves.
Yeah. The great inventors, all of them came
All
from
of them
bad
came from
background. Yeah.
Shake great men in this life. All of them came from bad places. So it's because when you notice that you are at the verge of killing your potential, so you realize like killing your potential, what you have to do the next is find people, follow people that were in that situation, man, the people that are worse than your situation, but they made it. So follow them, these people that have been there before and then made it. Follow them.
Yes.
This is what advice I can give you. I don't have any much words to tell you because I'm not a preacher or something like that. Just there are men out there that you can follow. You can follow them, Elon Musk, Dangote, you can follow such economists, but they are great men. They are such great men.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. On that thing now is now. Do parents do parents help? Let me put it like this. Let me not confuse you. Now, growing up as a child, did your parents had good impact in you, or did they cause to most of the things you are passing through now?
I like to tell you that my parents did the best for me. They actually
You know why I asked you this question?
no.
There are some parents. There are some parents that if you bring them out now, they will claim that I know all about my daughter, all about my son. They will tell you bring a book and a paper. Let me write you a conclusion about my son, my daughter. But look into that daughter's or that son's life. You see that everything that he or she wrote is an opposite of what
The guy is
some parents will say. My daughter have not even tested alcohol before, but go and take that daughter. Inside of that daughter, she's the owner of Nigerian brewery. No, because
that's very bad. That's very bad.
that's why I was wondering. You know that most of the terrorists, as many say terrorists, both armed robbers, kidnappers, and every of them. Most of the children now that are lying, stealing, all those, most of them were caused because there were lack of parental care.
Yeah, like it. Yeah.
Because where there is parental care, there is love. Where there is parental care, there is unconditional love and acceptance.
And when there is love, there is openness to each other. Yeah, yeah, now I understand.
Because your daughter might come back from school or think, oh, that is this senior that is always touching my skate. You won't be like, come on, get out of here. So, as in, he will just shut that daughter off. Now, when the daughter goes back and explains it to another person, in the street, there is always another person outside waiting
Yeah.
to give advice, to give you OT. So now, no, so the question is, do parents add to the problem of the society when it comes to children, or when it comes to raising up a child?
Yeah, I can tell you that many parents also contribute to the contamination of the society via their children. You know, there was a story a long time ago when an armed robber was caught and he was about to be burnt by fire. Then what he said that you should call my mother for me. And then when they called the mother for him, he told the mother to come closer. He wants to whisper something. And when she came closer, the guy beat up his mother's ear. She beat it off, like he beat it off. The guy mean. So and they asked him why. He said that when he was small, he was younger, he was actually the last child. And when he does something bad, when he takes something from somebody, and anybody wants to beat him, the mother will come and say, hey, don't do that.
That's what he cannot do that kind of thing. My son cannot thief. My son cannot collect anything from somebody.
That speed is very, very bad. They are the one contributing to it. And if you take most bad people in society now, ask them their upbringing. Many of them had dangerous upbringings. And sometimes some parents call love it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong.
The people even say, spare the rod, you spoil the child. But it seems like at that verse, they jumped it and continue reading.
They jump the rod.
The rod.
He spare the money.
Spend.
Spend the money and spoil the child. So they give the guy the money and the attention, and then the guy will spoil instead of giving him the rod.
It's very fun.
So the care we give, many parents give to their children are very bad. In the sense that your child will do something bad. Instead of cautioning him at that moment, if you cause people, then come and you do the woo and cover everything. If you go in the city, they'll tell you, do not do this thing again. That's very, very bad. If your parents there, stop that. It's very, very bad. Because it makes a brother give a consciousness of self-love, of a parent's love. But you don't really know that it's giving her a bad moment that whenever she does something bad outside, she can run inside the house and have shelter. Why is very bad? It's supposed to make your house not conducive for bad attitude. But don't say you find your child doing bad attitude. Caution him right there. Don't wait till you get home. And what he said about bringing up a child. The Bible says, bring up a child in the way he should go,
And when you grow up,
and then what do you do again? And he will leave it. He will live the life you have given to him. You just your role as a mother, as a parent. When your daughter is or your son is growing up, just give him a way. Leave him there and we follow that way. It's like a train moving. A train does not move anywhere, it moves on a rail. When the rail is breached, or when the rail has changed direction, it will change direction. That's how training and the parents and the child is. Whenever you give a child a path to go and he follows there, Friends can make him change direction,
Direction.
but when you give him solid foundation, he will follow there. Even though they are shaking, he will still come back to the realm. So that's all my advice to parents. I don't have any more stuff to say. I'm not a preacher, I say this again. I'm not a preacher. So your role as a parent is to give your child a good upbringing. Try him in a way he should go.
Yes.
And you see the results. Many people are good in this environment. You know, they are, as now, it's only if one hand gets the oil, it spreads to the other hand. So only one set of people that puts bad name to Abba and they generate it in Abba. And it's very bad. Thank you.
Like this with someone again brought a complaint to me one day. She told me that her parents always as in like compare her with her friends. Now one will I be like, look at Chidema, look at Comfort, look at Margaret, look at Maggie, look at this person, look at you, look at how you are. And this thing has been frustrating this girl. And she told me that the funniest part of it and the one that is paining her the most is that those people that her mom is comparing her with, she's even better than them.
That's the part that is bothering me.
Because she was like telling to explain to her mom that this girl that you're comparing me with, this girl said hardly sleep at their house. But her mom kept on comparing her with that girl. Look at this girl, look at this person, look at this person. Now, in a sense now, she was even trying to tell me that she is not tired. Now she wants to test those things, those girls are tested now. That made her mom to compare her with those girls since she had been living a righteous life and the mom thinks that she's living a dirty life. Let's go and test that dirty life. Because I've noticed this in countless times. Even when I was in school, there was this guy that's living opposite our former house before. My mom, every time when I mess up for house, my mom will compare me with this guy. This guy, when I tell you now, get anger issue in the sense that once the anger don't start, him they beat everybody before that anger will come down. But yet, my mom will compare with me with this guy every day, until the day the guy displayed the anger in front of every street. That time, I told my mom, how far? Look at where I'm comparing with. She now laugh and then like, don't be like, I don't because there's this funny scenario that always happen when parents compare their children with another person. Because it's very very as in, it's very very as in disgracing and very uncomfortable for a growing up as a boy growing up. Then you start comparing that boy with another person. It's very very bad. This is an advice to the parents out there because it affects the child's well-being and living. Imagine, yes, maybe your child took fifth in the class. Coming back with the results, you will not be like, are you not ashamed of yourself? The person that took first position, what's the person's brain level? It's not the same brain. It's not the same. It's not. They're forgetting that examination is not the final result of that boy or that girl's life.
Yeah.
The only reason why they go to school is to train themselves to explore in different facets of life. Because let me tell you, the schools we are going now, the reason we are going to school now is just to pay the teachers every month. Because the real teaching starts from home. The real teaching starts from home because once the home fails to teach you, an outsider, a stranger will teach you the way he or she likes. And you must understand it the way, as in, anyhow it concerns you, understand it. A child will just come and tell you that this is a pen, you just go. But your parents will tell you that this is a pen, you can use it for writing. And remember that someone can use this pen to injure you.
Yeah. Great. Yeah.
And once you and someone is arguing, and that person brings out this pen and opens it and show it, you know that he's about to attack you. What you have to do? You have to look for a defense or run away. But a teacher will tell you this pen is used for writing, marking notes, doing assignments. It's closed. It is finished there. That child will carry only that thing that taught he or she about pen. You know that this pen can kill someone.
Yeah.
When I was in JS1, like one of my seniors, they used this pen to took that senior almost died. They were arguing, and they brought out the pen. I was choking him till the security man had to run inside the class. Now they took the boy to clinic. Thank God that the boy is alive. So that's why parents need to start home education, because home education is the most important thing that we need in
Yeah.
this our society. Because once there is lack of home education, the streets will teach you education, and the education of the streets is very bad. I'm telling you, it's the reason why most of the teenagers are now after get rich scheme, or get rich whatever, is because the parents are not there to teach. If the parents are there to teach, you see that the mindset will change. That's why you come inside the public yard, in the public house, for instance, you meet 5 different families. Like you see this family living here, this one, this one here. Now, inside that 5 families, now there is only one family that is someone caring to their child. You see this one, they don't even concern their child, the popo, they don't even care. You see this one, they don't even know, sir. Even if the parents give birth to themselves, they don't even know. Then you now move into another place where you see those ones, their children are living like a dancer. Now, inside this circle now, the one that the parents are close to, the children will be looking at these people, want to see that these people are under different people. It takes the parents to continue caring for those children, advising them, talking to them. Unless you see that one family, that one person will corrupt the remaining 4. That's why it seems as if evil spreads more than good thing. That's why it seems that there was this story that, okay, I someone brought to me. This girl, this girl is not even up to 17 years. The only thing that the parents is after is in the morning, the mom will take his or her bath. Okay, the mom will take bath, the dad will just watch, all of them just go their way. In the night, they will not come back. This girl was loitering around from one place to another, one place to another. Along the line, she took him. At that young age, she went and seek advice in the streets, because the fear of how a girl of 15 years is going to meet her mom. I'm like, Mom, I want to tell you something. Mom, I slept with it, one guy, and I'm pregnant. That kind scenario, how the mom will understand it. Now she went and took advice from the streets. They gave her some medical, some drugs, some house and everything. Now this girl was taking this thing, and she was having bleeding. Yes, she was having bleeding. The blood was dropping. Yes, the parents could not notice it. Inside the two rooms, the parents could not even notice it.
Lack of attention.
Till this girl was passing through pain, serious pain, that, and after that self noticed that something is wrong with this girl, but the parents could not notice it until the day this girl gave up the ghost. Now, giving up the ghost now, people now are now asking the woman, how could you be in the same room, the same house, the same shelter with your daughter that is not up to 17 years, and you don't even perceive that this girl is pregnant, or this girl committed an abortion? Sometimes I blame the parents, because if the parents could take out time, our parents times, they will not be like, when I was young, when I was your age, you hardly see me with guys, you hardly see me with this. But now the story have changed now. The world is rotating, as you said. Generations are coming. More I go. Generations will go, more will come. Imagine if you made mistakes while growing up. Imagine the mistakes your children to come will do. They will add romance to what you have done. So what am I saying in a centered form is, most of the things that we are passing through as a child are caused by our parents, because our parents is the main engine room before the streets.
Yeah.
This thing normally do not affect the guys, you understand? But the main thing is the female ones, because their parents, please, you guys should need to take out time, take out time, find out. I was surprised that a girl of 10 years as a get boyfriend, like a girl of 10 years.
Isn't that me, sir?
Nowadays, there's no longer age bracket for relationship in the society. Now, another thing I need to tell parents is, please do not let your girl child or your male child out to go and hustle at a young age. Maybe during all this holiday period, you just, hey, if we should go at work, go and make money. No, early exposure to an amateur will turn that person to an experiment.
Wow, wow, wow. Early exposure leads to early disposure.
That's it.
Wow, wow, wow.
Imagine a young girl coming up because okay, after she wrote her junior WAEC, that 1 month gap that they normally give them for holiday. You know that go and sit and go and work in a hair salon. Go and sit and work in this one, that one. You are exposing that girl. Imagine, and let me say, a bucket that is empty, no water, nothing. You just brought out the bucket outside and went inside. A madman can come and drop let me say instead of pure water. Water pious can come and drop a piece of paper. People will come and be impacting what they think that this bucket need to carry, forgetting that this bucket was meant to carry water.
Yeah.
That's the mistake our parents do. Because nowadays I notice that parents try to put a mentality of money in their children, in their infants. You can I mean, notice that nowadays now you go to a provision store too. Yes, I know it's very good for your child to be exposed. Yes, it's good. But any exposure you are trying to give your child, being it a boy or a girl, you need to be sure that this exposure is it going to benefit me, or am I going to lose to this child? Now, for instance, we have different temperaments,
Yeah.
and I don't know the temperament you are. Now, for instance, I know that there are children that are dull. You see, like children that are dull. That does not mean that they are olodo up and they are bread and ochila. As in they are dull and learn. Now, once the parents give birth to a child like this, what do you expect to do? You cannot just force that child and just push him to the wall just like that. No, you have to bring him close. You have to bring her close. Stay with her. Because people like that might be passing through a lot. You might not know. So in general, what I'm trying to say in general is, please, dear parents, dear guidance, any child that is under your care, please take care of that child. Please, please. This is like a group, this is like children pleading. We are pleading on behalf of our fellow children, on behalf of our fellow teenagers. Please know your child. Know who your child is. Yes, you have given birth to the child. You named him Chinemere, you named him Obina, but find out what Obina is passing through. Find out what Obina is as in his biggest fear, her biggest fear. Find out. Because with all this, our society will be a better place, and it will reduce some of the things that we are passing through in this present life. Thank you.
In conclusion, I have to say that in this our time we are passing through wars, not physical war actually, even though there are physical wars in the world, but we are actually passing the wars of the mind. And anybody that does not fail to engage in this warfare will belong to the welfare. And when you are in the welfare, you can never be well fed. So in conclusion, we teenagers are passing through wars. Our mind are seeing many things day by day, good and bad. We are trying to belong to a place of good, but it's not easy. You as a parent should help us. Yes. Anywhere your child is now, call your child now, sit him down, ask some questions, some crucial questions. Maybe in our next video, we'll drop some questions that you're supposed to ask your child as a parent. And some teachings that you can give them. Not everything that you dash to teachers and schools. Many teachers are trying, but actually they cannot give you 100%.
They have their own problem.
Yeah. So as a parent now, I advise you, please try and take care of your child. It's very important. Give them attention they need because everybody's life likes attention. So we see in the next video. I am upliftment.
I'm fashion creator. 7 channel, same everything, equal of existence. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Like, comment, and share, and subscribe.